just need more clipboards. That's like all I want right now. Pizza.
Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Everyone, thank you for waiting around. Took us a few minutes to get into Champion Select, but we are here. I am Vega. This is the most excited man I have ever met in my entire life. It is Pizza, if you do not know, joining me on the cast for the play-by-play. And we got a banger tonight between SOS and Lose Lane Win Game.
An absolutely incredible smackdown on the Rift is about to take place. We saw a little bit of a hint into draft just a few seconds ago, and we can tell you a little preface, this is going to be exciting.
Yeah, and just for everybody who knows, they did pro draft prior to picking on here, and one of the reasons we don't show the pro draft on stream is I don't think we've done a pro draft yet that didn't have an issue. And we try to give you guys the best quality we can. Obviously, if there's issues with the pro draft, it's easier just to show you the in-game with our beautiful overlay here. It doesn't hook up to pro draft, unfortunately. But yeah, we saw the pick, man, so we've got a little bit of idea of what's coming. It's pretty exciting.
Would say that both of these teams tonight in draft showed that they came in with a game plan. The bans certainly gave us some exciting picks and a few comfort champions, according to the statistics, that I'm very excited to talk about.
Yeah, I think me and you both did a pretty good amount of research early on. Okay, they're tagging me in Discord. Sorry, making sure I know that Mord was indeed the last pick. There it is. Yeah, we did some research on this. We did the deep dive op.gg's on this, you know. And let's just say, I'm going to wait until the bot lanes get picked here. One of them we talked about, though, was the Vlad. You know, we did our pre-meeting. The Vlad was one that was super important. So we were like, this guy's Vlad is insane. You know, his win rate's insane. This guy's high elo. Couldn't believe it got through. And I think we're about to see the other two. Yeah.
I think we have to give so much respect to these picks because when we announced the number of games between these two champions, I did the math. I'm not great at math. This is 598 games on just the two champions in the bot lane, the Xayah and the Thresh, with very good percentage win rates. How they got through, I don't know.
Yeah, well, okay, there's two sides to this, right? One, let's say you're lose lane win game. You want to make a statement, right? You want to come in and you want to say, you know what? We'll let you have your best champs. We're going to beat you anyways. We don't care. And on the other side, though, if you're SOS, you're like, well, of course, I'm going to do it. Also, Lost, yes, shout out. Thank you for the sub. Everyone, I just want you to know anything that goes into the channel here is going to get put right back into the tournament. So if you sub or anything like that, it's getting funneled right back into the tournament. Better overlays, better prize pool, better co-casters, anything I can get. Just kidding. Pizza is the top tier.
I do think that there is something that does have to be said, though. You said the statement game about beating you on your best. And I think on the other end of the rift, you know, when you get comfort champions, you want to perform on them. You want to be able to draw those bans in future games at the end of the day, because if you have these deep champion pools, you can say you have to do these bans, but here's what else we still have left to show you.
That's exactly right, Pizza. That is an excellent point. Like, if you come out on your comfort picks and don't perform, well, that's a big feels bad, man. I will say the bans, pretty meta. You know what I mean? No bans really jumped out, you know, as not being meta bans for the tournament so far. Wukong is strong, Yasuo strong, Set, Galio, Zed, all good champions. Zed probably the outlier there. And on the other side,
say that the Rakan pick aimed against Ghost of Madlife, we did say that he, or against Shazzle Dazzle, we did say, you know, he's been picking up a lot of Rakan in the recent number of days. So it is a champion that I do think that they wanted to take off the table. Which I think is very good. I think it's a great champion and can do a lot for a team.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, you can't be a bad Thresh player and name yourself Ghost of Madlife. You know, you have to be a Thresh one trick. That's just the way it is. You're destined to play only hook champions.
Weren't you the one who commented pregame that said this has to be a hook champion, nothing else?
Exactly. And you said you're playing Thresh even if it's banned. And well, you know, we got it. We got the Thresh here. I just hope that Mad Life is not Sad Life this game.
Now I feel like there's gonna be a nickname that's gonna stay through the rest of the tournament.
Unless they pop off.
We do have to talk about the most important part going into the game, which is the draft. Let's talk a little bit, starting from the top lane. You have the Vladimir, which was flex top lane to take place for the final pick, Diana. What do you think about the draft here coming out from blue side?
I love blue side's draft. I love everything about it. It's super all in. You know, you have the Diana, you have the Vlad who wants to get into your back line, the Jarvan who can lock people down, the Thresh who can engage, and Xayah who doesn't necessarily need the other champions to stay back with her and peel for her, right? She has her ultimate. She's a high damage late game insurance. The only worry I have is they have the Jarvan, they have the Thresh, they have some early agency, but anytime you're against Ashe Morgana, you just worry about your, you know, pre-6 early dragon fights, things like that, or even up to about the 20-minute mark. What are those fights going to look like? Because Xayah, as we know, takes a little while to get online. You know, she's a 3-item marksman. And you worry the meta right now is heavily focused around 5v5 fighting around Dragon Pit, you know, and getting these stacking dragons.
I do know that we're going to talk a little bit more around blue side's draft, but I also do worry late game. You know, these fights, I worry about the Vlad getting on the backline, the Jarvan and the Diana all getting on top of the backline, and then a really powerful Rumble ult just coming right on top of that entire team while they're in these pinch locations. So I do worry about how the blue side is going to have to engage the fights here to make sure that they are able to get in, get out without too many casualties in the aftermath.
Right, and for the red side, they have engagement. They have team fight. You know, they have a Mord who can separate, you know, the primary engage from it, can separate the Vlad from the fight if need be, or get onto the Xayah and lock her in. You know, you can't ult out of Mord ult. Speaking of real fast, though, we are getting ready to load in the game, so we're going to kick it over to a little video while we're loading in, everyone. And when we come back, we will be in game. All right, everyone, we are in game. How hyped are you?
I'm super excited for this game, and I'm super excited to be back on the casting desk with you once again. Thanks for having me on the stream. We didn't really talk though about red side's draft. The Mordekaiser mid pick, not something you see all the time. Do you like the pick into the Diana?
I think it's fine into Diana. I think that's one of the matchups where it can be really good, right? I think a lot of times Mord's issues are control mages have become huge in the mid lane, right? And sometimes as a melee champion, he can get shoved in, he can get kind of punished in that mid lane. But if you're playing against a Diana, someone who's also melee, someone you want to lock down in fights, it's a little bit easier for the Mord, right? It's a little bit more in his wheelhouse, like the top lane, you know?
Yeah, I'm also super excited. You know, a very standard setup here from blue side, a nice 5-point. I don't think either team is going for anything cheeky here on the start of the Rift. I do want to mention, though, the over 1,100,000 mastery points between the Vlad, Xayah, and Thresh. I think above all else, within the first few minutes of the game, this is what we're watching for as the lanes are getting ready for some action.
Well, I don't know about you, Pizza, but I'm going to be watching the whole game.
All right.
I'm just messing with you.
Now I know why you're looking for some money for a new caster. I'm a little biased.
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. Pretty standard starts here, both, you know, bot side of the map. Pretty normal for teams.
I mean, if you're looking into, a transition from early to mid game into late game, what composition do you think's taking the early objectives if played properly?
I think you have to go with lose late and win game early in the game. Even though the Jarvan's, ability to gank with the Thresh is insane, Ashe Morgana just has so much ability to push and punish, as we're seeing a little bit of right now. When Thresh walks up, it's easy to punish here. It's easy to black shield early engagements, and Ashe has the go button, right? She has the ability to start fights from range. But on the flip side, Diana Jarvan can also create a lot.
Also do want to say that there is a lot of punish which can come out from a Mordekaiser, but you are seeing the early pressure coming out from the Xayah Thresh. You can see the fact that these players are willing to go aggressive. They know they're champions, and I feel like that is something that can offer them a bit more of an aggressive style in lane because they have so many games.
This is like American Sniper Morgana. Like, I think that's 3 for 3, right? That's 3 for 3 on bindings.
So are we going to be watching, how many bindings do you think are going to get hit by the Morgana over the entire game? Are you and I placing that deal? Do I need to add something
to the stream to track Morgana bindings? Oh,
it does look like a little bit of action going to be coming out here in the mid lane. Nice flash going to be coming out here from the Diana. No sum's going to be burned here from the mid jungle on red side. So we're going to see whether or not they'll be able to punish that Diana in the upcoming 5 to 7 minutes.
Whoa, a lot of damage coming out of Rumble right there in top lane. Vlad is weak early on, so you expect Rumble to have a push, to be able to shove the Vlad in early.
I do happen to love Rumble. Call me old-fashioned, but you could send Rumble into any lane, in my opinion. It'll be great. You won't necessarily win the lane, but it's just such a great champion.
Okay. Rest in peace, Morgana's perfect hit rate. Oh, whoa, a little bit aggressive here, Morgana.
And Morgana having to use that black shield as well. I thought the flash was going to be coming out here, going to have to burn a health pot as well, as Jarvan going to be sitting here looking for the gank. It doesn't look like red side's going to be falling for it, but Jarvan just sitting around looking for some early aggression.
Right, and this is tough. The wave is pushing out, so Jarvan is in good shape.
Flashing in here, the Ashe going to be forced to flash as well. The threshold going to be hitting here. Is that going to be first blood? First blood for the Xayah here on blue side. Heal not going to be coming out. Beautiful hook here coming out from Ghost of Mad Life. We might have the actual Mad Life here on the Rift here, Vega.
From Sad Life to Mad Life, 0 to 100. Misses the flay, but lands the one that counts with the hook.
A bit of a cheeky flash there to get into position, but at the end of the day, the Jarvan not burning the flash and the Xayah not having to burn any sums either. So I would say not only are the sums advantage going to be going over to blue side, but the kill advantage as well onto a very aggressive late game champion.
Yeah, extremely good. One thing to note also in this top lane, Rumble has the push and he's harassing, but Vlad is in no way missing farm here. The wave's coming into him. Oh,
looks like a little bit of aggression going to be coming out here in the mid lane. Volibear going to be coming in, flashing ahead, not going to be hitting the stun here. Jarvan going to be coming in for the counter gank. They're going to be trying to focus down the Volibear. It doesn't look like First Blood's going to be coming in. Diana has no flash. Are they going to focus it down? Mordekaiser's going to end up taking down Diana. Jarvan's going to be flashing over the wall. Take down the Mordekaiser. Gets the kill. Volibear going to be chasing down. Jarvan has no flash, going to be getting away. A beautiful 1-for-1 trade here in the mid lane.
Yeah, and you can't help but notice those are the nerfs to Volibear right there. The nerfs to the movement speed on his Q. So when he's lower level like that, he doesn't have the 15% he used to have. It's down to 10% now, and you can kind of tell in the chase down, he wasn't quite able to get to the Diana fast enough, forced to use his flash, and then later doesn't have it to track down the Jarvan.
You also have to give so much credit to the Jarvan being in position for the counter gank, who was already bot side. So really, really well played from both teams, and a very nice skirmish. Certainly an entertaining start to this matchup.
Yeah, a little bit back and forth here. Moore does get that kill. Diana does it, so he's going to have a little bit of a gold lead there. Good God, Morgana!
This Morgana hitting another one. You know what this Morgana reminds me of? He's the kind of guy who will go into practice tool for like 4 hours and then say, oh, I just spent a little bit of time.
Just a little bit of time on Morgana. That doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Oh, bot lane looking for a little bit of an invade.
It does look like they're potentially setting up some vision for the Dragon. Jarvan is bot side as well as Volley, so this could be turning into an all-out skirmish. Mordekaiser's going to be roaming over.
Directed camera, please. Okay. They do have Dragon control here, and they do have the stronger bot lane currently, right? There's a BF on Xayah, but this isn't a comp that walks in here easily, right? Jarvan can, but he's going to be alone. Diana's still stuck mid, clearing the wave. If you walk in here, the Morgana Q's super easy to land, and you already have level 5 on the Volibear. So this isn't a fight you want to take. It's one dragon. It's okay to give up. You have the Vlad. You have the Xayah. You're totally fine. Oh, a little bit of reset there. But you have the Vlad. You have the Xayah. You're totally okay with giving one dragon and just sitting on your gold lead.
And I also think it's important to mention that the Diana does have a level lead here in the mid lane. The Flash is going to be up first for the Diana, and the Flash is also going to be up, I believe, first for the Jarvan, as a beautiful hook going to be coming out, as well as a Morgana binding. The Flash going to be coming out. The Xayah is going to flash ahead. The heal not going to be enough, as Morgana is going to be going down here 2-0 on the Xayah.
Well, remember all that stuff we said in Champ Select about how Ashe would have priority and they'd be able to do things? Well, you could throw a lot of that out the window, because now that Xayah's 2-0, she's going to be way stronger. Good trade in mid, though.
Going to be coming down. Sometimes it is something that you see between mid laners, that they'll throw out ults to look to harass. The Jarvan is sitting. Looks like no action going to be having here. The Mordekaiser going to back off. Doesn't need to be overly aggressive here. He's probably very content in his lane right now.
Yeah, Volibear already level 6 here. Jarvan just ticked over to 6, picking up a little bit of that experience walking through the lane.
We also do talk a little bit of about the gold lead. The Ashe here, a beautiful E going to pull back to get the kill. Rough luck on a killing spree here on the Xayah. Beautifully done here. Definitely living up to those mastery points.
Yeah, Xayah difference right now. Absolutely insane. Pretty much a 1v1.
Another Morgana binding going to be coming in here. I also do want to talk, there is a little bit of a CS lead for the Vladimir, a nice CS lead for the Diana. So talk to me about what Red Side here wants to do, because right now they are behind a nice 3,300 gold.
Yeah, so the problem right now is that Red Side needs to be the initiator, right? And the problem is they haven't gotten their Ashe to 6. You know, they're a team that needs to do things before the Vlad scales, before the Xayah gets online, although it may be too late for that. They need to be the one making action, not reacting to it. Volibear tried early with some plays mid, but he hasn't done anything since that. This is excellent from Jarvan, by the way, coming top and making sure that Vlad gets a good base off here by helping him shove the wave.
Very nicely played here. It does also, I do want to talk a little bit about the vision. Red Side placing a little bit of defensive vision, a nice ward in the Rift Pit, and as well as in Pixel Brush, but Blue Side's bot side control, playing safe around the Xayah. They're doing such a good job at ensuring that this Xayah does not have to fear the Volibear, as a little bit of aggression going to be coming out the Black Shield, going to make sure that the Morgana stays nice and safe. A Flash going to be coming ahead here as well. Ghost and Madlife going to be picking up a kill onto the Morgana. The Flash going to be coming out from the Ashe to get away here. Another kill coming through. This bot lane is insane.
Yeah, let's talk about builds for a second. Oh, we might be getting a fight around the Rift Herald. Okay. Ashe is going what appears to be the tier build, and she's not level 6 still in this lane. So they really don't have any way of 2v2ing. They need pressure, but it's one of those, do you want to gank the lane that's dying?
Mordekaiser are going to be pulling Jarvan here into the Death Realm. Diana's going to be flashing ahead. The Rumble ult going to be coming down. Volibear ult going to be layered on top. Volibear is going to end up going down here as the Jarvan wall is going to be hitting. Mordekaiser is going to end up taking down the Jarvan, as the fight does seem to be going in the way of Red Side. Mordekaiser is going to be picking up another kill here on the Vladimir. Potentially going to be a 4v1. Is the Diana going to be able to take him down? Mordekaiser going to be taking care of the triple kill. Thresh versus Mordekaiser in the 1v1. Are we going to be seeing the quadra kill? Mordekaiser played that absolutely beautifully. Going to be missing the Q here. Does seem like Thresh is going to be able to utilize the Moby Boots to get away. What a fight for Red Side.
Yo! Pog Morg? Like, what is that? That was insane!
Also did manage to get the Rift Herald, so I do want to ask you, they are behind, but they got the first dragon, they got the Rift Herald. What does that say about the fact that even though they're behind in gold, in build, that they still are going for these aggressive objectives?
Well, that's what they should be doing, right? That's what their comp does. They want to pull them into fights early. They have the Ashe, they have the Rumble, they have Mord, who's extremely strong here. They need to force fights before this Vladimir gets items, right? Xayah also, even when Xayah reaches IE, she's not going to be, one-shotting your team yet. She's a 3-item AD carry who needs to scale up a bit. So you need to force objectives now, because your win con is not going to be late-game team fighting against the Vlad and Xayah. It's going to be stacking the dragons and trying to get a soul early in the game and winning these team fights where you're forcing them to walk into you with Rumble and Morgana.
Also, I did say in pre-draft that this Rumble, if he ults properly, can turn a fight. And I think we saw a little bit of that in what could happen in the late game because the Jarvan wall locked multiple people. And even though that was the blue side champion, the Rumble seemed to say thank you and just layered his ult with 3 people inside.
Yeah. Brother J4, you know, doing its best. All the way around the mid. Rifting mid.
They do seem to be trying to funnel a lot of gold into the Mordekaiser here. Mordekaiser does have double Fs. He is going to be able to bully. It does seem, though, like the bot lane with the Jarvan looking onto the Volibear. We see a fight breaking out. Jarvan ult going to be coming in on top. Mordekaiser layer with Diana ult. The Thresh is going to be able to layer a hook. Volibear is going to go down immediately in the death row. Mordekaiser gets a kill. Vladimir's here as well. The Ashe ult's going to miss wildly as Vladimir comes in. Morgana does still hit a binding, though. So, you know, still keeping the stats skill pretty high.
Yeah, another binding landed, really the important thing there. But no, realistically, the shutdown on the more of a fight.
Flash going to be coming forward. Stopwatch, beautiful ult here coming out from the Xayah, but the Morgana ult still going to hit, as it does seem like blue side's going to be dissuaded from going for the Ocean Dragon, which means red side still has the Dragon win condition if they look to set up for it. But a beautiful fight here from the blue side. Beautiful roam from the Vlad to get into finish off the kill on the Mord and get the shutdown.
Yeah, and something important here is that second dragon is up, and Xayah just invested her ult and flash. So she's not going to be able to walk into this fight. They're forced to base after that because of the damage they took. So it's actually red team who has the priority for this objective again. Rumble also getting a good amount of time, but Vlad did get the shutdown onto Mord, and that is huge for Vlad.
Let's look at what the shutdown or the cooldowns actually are right now. Vlad has a cooldown on his flash. Jarvan has a cooldown on his flash. Diana has a cooldown on his flash. Red side going to be able to secure another objective as the Jarvan's going to be going in here stunned. The Thresh Lantern's going to be able to get him away, but another dragon going over to red side.
Yeah, also a level lead in this top lane now for Rumble. He did not come down for that fight in mid. He stayed top, pushed the wave, and got a plate. Actually got 2 plates, so he's got a little bit of an EXP lead here and does have his teleport still up. Vlad forced to TP back here, so not as much global pressure. You know, Vlad can't threaten at that dragon like Rumble can. Rumble still has the threat of, you know, being there. Gonna use it now, but there's no objectives. So there's no threat of using this teleport incorrectly, you know? He doesn't have to TP down for a dragon anymore.
Talk to me in your experience as, you know, you have analytical experience and coaching experience. What are teams supposed to be doing in between this period where objectives are not on the table? What do you want to see the teams doing?
Well, it depends on your win condition, right? The times in between objectives, it's most important. The most important thing is to get vision, right? You know the Rift Herald's coming up in a minute and a half. It's time to start shifting your bot lane, right? It's good, really good for SOS here. They get the bot tower, so it makes it really easy to swap. You see Vlad immediately backing now. I expect to see Xayah and Thresh go top. Get that priority. Go ahead and have the strong top side so that they can go to the Rift Herald. You're pretty much ping-ponging your vision between the objectives, right? You want whatever side of the map the next objective is on to be the strongest side.
Also a 3,000 gold lead here for blue side, but it does seem here, and it's just my, you know, maybe biased casting, but it does seem like red side's still going for these aggressive plays. You know, you said that's what the comp is wanting to do, but talk me through how they execute their comp in team fights. Who do you want to see engaging first for red side, and where do you want to see the follow-up coming from?
Right, I think the main thing right now is Mord is probably strong enough to fight the Vlad 1v1, right? So one of the most important things that can happen is Mord either needs to remove Vlad from the fight, or if that's not possible, he needs to get the Xayah. Those are the two issues right now. A little bit of a fight going on to the Rumble.
Rumble gonna end up getting taken down because the Xayah E was able to root him. So very nicely done. Maybe not respecting the feathers of the Xayah, but it was nice that the Thresh was there. And the Jarvan, the Morgana misses the binding. That's the saddest thing that's happened in that play so far. I mean, we were here for the bindings.
Yeah, well, I mean, what is happening? Is he okay? Is he lagging? No, but seriously, you know, if you're them, you want to protect your Ashe. Your Ashe is on tier, which means you're not going to be as strong as you would be on some other builds right now. But you want to clog things up, right? This Vlad is still not at a point where he's one-shotting your backline, right? Xayah's still not at a point where she's going to one-shot your front line, right? So you still have an opportunity with this Rumble, with the Ashe. You want to layer things down, right? You want Mord to remove whoever the biggest threat is, and you want the other 4 to just layer damage on top.
It does seem like red side's going to look to contest this objective. The Vladimir has to walk, and so does the Rumble. So talk me through the 4v4 here. Who's nice your money on in the 4v4?
Right now, there is some damage onto the blue side here. They are a little bit weak, but red side doesn't have a good way of getting into this fight.
Do see the Ashel going to be coming down here. The Rumble just doesn't have the ult. The Flash going to be coming out from the Thresh, though, so a very critical sum here. Talk me through the Vlad's split pushing right now. He's done a good job so far creating pressure in the side lanes to draw out the Mordekaiser. If you're blue side, isn't that what you want? Don't you want to pull the Mordekaiser into a side lane? Because I would say your 4v4 with the Vladimir and Diana and Jarvan is stronger, right?
Yeah, you're not there yet with Vlad, right? So if he's pulling away the most fed person on the other team and just 50-50 bouncing waves off each other, that's a complete win for SOS. They want the Vlad to sit in a side lane and just get gold and get CS right now, right? Until he's reached a critical mass. For the Mord, you don't want to be in a side lane. You don't have TP. You're most effective in a team fight. Most of your team's gold, all the kills on your team are on you. You need to be present for those fights. And a little bit unlucky with the Cloud Soul, but, could be through. It actually couldn't be worse.
Talk me through your thoughts on the Ignite mid on the Mordekaiser. You have a champion that, if he gets fed, could probably 1v1 anyways. We do see actually a little bit of aggression. The Binding's going to miss the immediate Jarvan ult as the Ashe is forced to flash away. The Vladimir going to be getting on top of the backline. The Morgana ult going to be locking Vlad in place. Going to be getting the kill here under turret. The Binding does hit. Does look like one more shot is going to take down the Vladimir. Snazzle dazzle with a beautiful Binding to take him down.
He doesn't miss those.
I feel like 5 turret shots to take down the Vlad. It also expend the Vladimir's flash. The Ashe was forced to burn all sums, as was the Morgana. I think the Morgana tried her best to keep the Ashe safe.
Yeah, they did. And I mean, it's flash invested and ult from the Vladimir. So I mean, there's a dragon coming up, a third dragon here. Unlucky that it's Cloud Soul. Morgana's still top lane for some reason. But that is a lot invested from Vlad, right? He does have TP up. There's no TP on Rumble, but Rumble's already on this side of the map. So if you check just cooldowns, like, that's super good that Vlad has that. But on the flip side, did get heal and flash out of the Ashe and flash and exhaust out of the Morgana.
On whether or not the Vladimir should be trading kills here. Blue team's going to actually be summoning the Rift Herald mid lane. A low fight going to be breaking out here. The Ashe ult's going to hit Diana with a beautiful 4-man ult as the Jarvan's going to be layered on the backline. Zion putting a lot of damage to Rumble ult, not going to be able to get the kill as a beautiful sweep fight. Morgana not there as the Thresh is going to land a hook here. The skill shot's going to be hit. The Jarvan is going to be going in, but the Zaya is going to pick up the kill. A 5-4-0, and Rift Herald is still pushing. We might see an inhibitor get taken down.
Yeah, that's probably worst case scenario for lose late win game. Morgana was late recalling from top lane. It may seem like that's a little bit inconsequential, but having that black shield there for when Diana goes for the ult is so important. It's so much more time Ashe can have to hit and things like that. And absolutely insane Diana play right there. Perfect engagement. Mord was stepping up into the fight. His team wasn't quite ready to turn yet, and they got punished for it.
100%. And I do think blue side now, if I'm wrong, 8,000 gold lead. I would say, I was going to ask you, what do you think about the Vlad trading kills into the Ashe? The Vlad's got 4 kills. The Diana's got 4 kills. The Zaya, who was 3-0, is actually 4-0-7. So playing a little bit support Zaya here. Is blue team online? Is this the strongest mid-game point this team's got right now?
I would say they're pretty much online. And they're not at the items you would normally want to say this comp is online, but you got to think about the lead, right? They're so far ahead that even though their champion shouldn't technically be at their, big power spikes right now, they are because of the level lead and the gold lead that they have, right? Now, that's not to say that they could just coast through the rest of the game. They still have to play smart, but it looks real grim for lose late win game here because you're already getting outscaled, right? And now that you've lost your opportunity pretty much as Soul, they put a 5-minute stop on that. It's not a Soul that will really turn the game around, and now you're behind 8K.
Another thing a lot of people don't think about is that the soul isn't only for the dragon that you get it also enables the elder dragon spawn, which for a lot of teams can turn the game. And I feel like that's a really big thing when you have a champion like Mordekaiser, like Rumble, whose ultimates do a lot of AoE. Mordekaiser has the aura, so elder dragon can be very helpful for a team that's behind, and now it's delayed 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, realistically, that's not a win con anymore for them, right? Because that's going to involve the game stalling out at least another 15 minutes. And in that time, you're talking about Vladimir and Zaya coming completely online. In the next 15 minutes, they're going to be at some of their strongest points in the game.
So talk me through builds. You're looking at builds. You see the Mornomicon here on the Rumble. It does look like we see the Dead Man's coming out for the Volibear, Black Cleaver, the Spellbinder, or second item here on the Vlad. Are there any items that are standing out to you here? Does look like the Hurricane for the Ashe?
The only item here that I see that I hate is the Tier Ash build. I hate Tier Ash.
Even when ahead.
Yeah, I just don't like it. I think that your goal as Ashe is, and I understand the arguments and I understand the sneaky video. It's just that you offset your damage so far, right? Because it takes so much time. This isn't stacked yet, right? It's going to be a little while until it's online for her, and you really need Ashe to be that active, proactive champion early game. That's setting the tone for your bot lane and enabling you to get these dragons, right? And they were lucky this game to get 2 dragons, despite the fact that their bot lane got beaten lane, but and it's not terrible. It's not like she's trolling, you know. It's not like she's got like Frozen Mallet or something like that. But outside
Frozen
of
Mallet
that,
Ashe OP, by the way.
OP, super OP. Outside of that, most of the build's pretty normal. I think it's now that Vladimir's finished 2 items and has boots finished. It's looking grim because Vlad on these 2 items is insanely strong. And Rumble's going to reach a point now. The Morello's is nice, but in a 1v1, Rumble's going to start to lose the power against the Vlad. You know, he's going to start to where he's, even through the Morello, he's going to be sustaining so much. If he backs off, just hits the jungle camp a couple of times, walks down, hits the scuttle, he's full HP in no time, right? And now he has that ability to burst you.
I do think that there's something to be said about the fact that Red side also does not have good siege on an individual basis. They do have to win a fight, you know, but blue side over here has these incredible dive compositions with Jarvan, with Diana, with Vlad, and I'm just trying to figure out how red side pushes turrets, and I'm struggling to see it here because it does seem like they have to get a pick. They have to utilize the strength of their comp because the Ashe really isn't online right now, and the Rumble and Mordekaiser can't really win these 1v1s right now. So yeah, what's the way back?
The point of the comp is, you know, it's a 5v5 team fighting comp. You want them to have to fight you with dragons, but the problem is they've lost control of the game. So their win condition doesn't exist anymore, right? SOS doesn't have to fight them at dragons now. SOS can just do what it wants. It can siege, it can kill this Morgana.
The immediate Morgana flash going to be coming through as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good right before dragon spawns.
I think one of the things I wish I could be hearing right now. Oh, Rumble's actually going to be going ulted here. Jarvan's going to be coming in here as well. Beautiful. Rumble will actually going to be layered.
Is this a Baron trade?
Do you see Baron coming out here over on the red side? Are they going to be running for it immediately? It's getting burned down extremely quickly here. The Mordekaiser are doing so much damage. The Ashe doing so much damage. Diana's going to be TPing in from behind. It does look like they're going to be looking to contest this. Red team's got it. A beautiful 4-man ult, though. Diana's going to be going down here. Beautiful ult going to be coming down. The binding does miss here. A kill going to be coming in here. Ashe online, a beautiful Xayah E taking down 2. Vlad on the back line. Xayah putting so much damage. 1,000 gold shutdown, and the Baron goes away. Want to break this down, Mr. Colorcaster?
Yeah, I absolutely love this Baron call. Because it's such, the Diana TPN was actually exactly what a lose lane win game would want, right? Because they get the Baron, they get the gold from the Baron, they deny the objective now for SOS, right? They're saying, we're not going to let you stall us out and just take every objective on the map. We force a fight, and they get so many shutdowns. 1,000 gold onto Volibear with that shutdown on Xayah. I actually think that was an insanely smart play. Because you think about the opposite, right? Let's say they just let them get the dragon. Then they can't fight them at the Baron anyways. SOS gets the Baron for free because they can't fight. This way, they force a 50-50. They force them to come fight them at Baron. They get the Baron off the map. They get the gold from it. And now SOS doesn't have an objective to play around, right?
I also do want to say that the gold lead, which was 9,000, is now barely 6K. So the 1,000 gold shutdown, the Ashe did get a kill, which allowed to complete the executioners. The Mordekaiser got a kill, but the Xayah with a ginormous root onto 3. The Diana was beautiful. Don't you wish sometimes that you could hear the comms of the players when they're making a call like that? Like they're like, TP in, the rest of us are going to have your back. That's so much team synergy to make a play like that.
This Vlad is so scary right now.
I have to say that was so much respect to SOS and the coordination they had with each other to coordinate that play. The Diana TP, the Vlad actually got behind them But I still think for the fight that they were taking pinch in the Baron pit, lose and win game definitely got some wins.
Yeah, and one thing to point out is SOS is now stacking the Cloud Drakes. You know, 2 wins are so scary. And yeah, thanks chat, just bringing it up too, is that this soul is not bad for SOS. Like, you have a Vlad, you have a Diana. They are great users of this. And also, that's so much ultimate CD coming out from a team that wants to have CDs up for every fight. They're super ultimate reliant.
I definitely have to say, you know, Zaya's ult being up every half a minute is extremely good after you get the 4 souls. And if I'm sitting here and I'm blue side, I'd be very content with the state of the game right now. Not a lot of action on the Rift other than the Baron play, which I think is also a testament to this team's understanding red side that they can't fight right now. And I think that even though they know that Zaya and Vlad can get online, they are being extremely smart about how they're trying to stall out the game.
You know what this is a great time for?
An advertisement?
This is a great time to talk about our sponsor, Everything LCS. You can see it in the bottom left there. It is an LCS podcast. If you're into LCS, if you follow North American League of Legends, myself and my co-host Magi talk about League of Legends every Tuesday night at 8:30 on this channel. So if you're interested in that, give us a follow and check it out. Back to the game. We got some action going on.
It does seem like the Rumble is going to have to burn the Zanyas. Mad Life up in here. Some action on the bot side as well. The Morgana going to be landing an ult. The Diana's actually going to burn them both down. The Ashe actually going to be able to get a pick here on the Diana. Beautiful kiting here. The Jarvan with the GA, though, going to be able to get the kill. Pressure all over the map. The Mordekaiser currently mid lane. Ashe played that extremely well. Beautiful kiting, but unfortunately just not able to get away. A lot of pressure being pushed right now.
That was something. Yeah, unfortunately, they're in a situation where they can't realistically match anybody, right? The 1v1s don't win. The 2v2 doesn't win. They have to send more numbers to somewhere to get an advantage or even hold towers, right? But that makes it so much easier on SOS to collapse, to make these plays, to balloon the gold lead back up like they have now to almost 9K.
30 seconds until the 3rd Wind Dragon, potentially. Or
it's
SOS.
a Cloud Dragon. Excuse me.
Did I say Wind Dragon?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
know you think wind because the soul makes you move fast.
I mean, I think clouds, and I remember like an 8th grade class about like cumulonimbus clouds.
What does that have to do with dragons?
Sounds
what
smart.
What does that have to do with wind? Wait a minute. What is that? That doesn't make any sense, Pizza.
I'm a League of Legends caster, not a scientist. Anyway, back to the action here. Okay, a little bit of my academic knowledge. It's okay. You have enough viewers that you all can meme about my lack of wind knowledge as the 3rd Cloud Dragon already on the map now, as it does seem like Red Side's positioning themselves for a take. It does seem like we're going to be seeing some 5v5 action.
Yeah, hypey.
By all players. All sums are up right now.
Yeah, Mord is 3 items too. Mord is 3 items here.
Then again, QSS completed for the Zaya 3.5 items right now. So this Zaya, if positioned properly, can do a lot of damage.
Thank you, chat. Please. Flame Pizza about his lack of wind knowledge forever. Oh, Diana's sneaking away to split this mid down.
Being forced to make a decision here. What do they want to do?
They have the Ashe ult. You gotta use it. You gotta use the Ashe ult. You gotta burn this dragon and fight.
Already a kill on the Mord, but the Rumble going to be burned down. The Zaya is dead. The Ashe going to be cutting on the back line. A very split fight here. Morgana going to be burned down here. The Rumble is alive. The Volibear is going to take down the GA. The Diana had to TP in here. Rumble's still alive. The Vladimir so big. The Diana already back up from the start of the fight. Diana going to be able to chase down the Volibear. Does seem like she's going to be able to get, nope, going to be burning the QSS. The Nimbus Cloak actually going to be able to help the Volibear get away, burning the Flash. Cloud Dragon going to be going here on the side of blue side. Inhibitor going to be going down. A very good fight here. The only issue was the Mordekaiser was dead before the fight even started.
Yeah, Volibear's so fast. Really fast bear. Big bear, very fast.
I think this might be a bear difference.
Big bear difference. No bears on the other team. Only humans.
No bears on them.
Only people. People with people brains. And people with people brains are winning this game.
I do have to say, though, that every fight which is being taken, these Rumble ults, 1 in 6 on the champion, but definitely being impactful. If the Mordekaiser was able to get the ult off during the drag fight onto a critical target, that fight could have gone very differently.
Yeah, I mean, Rumble is 3 items. I mean, lose lane win game does have items that are champions. Ashe is approaching a 3rd item here, Mord working on a 4th item. So we're getting to the point where SOS does have to play these fights clean, but the Vlad has death cap. And there's also 4 items on the Xayah now, plus a QSS. So their ability to mess up and still win a fight is there. They don't have to have a perfect fight.
Zanya's Hourglass also completed on the Vlad. Super big cooldown here. But I have to have so much respect. At first, in the way the early game was going, we thought this was kind of leading towards a snowball. And we're getting a very action-packed, wonderful game and a great introduction to both of these teams.
Yeah, definitely. Super props to Lose Lane Win Game for, hanging on. And, SOS obviously built the gold lead. They got to this point. And they do have Vlad Xayah, who are now almost completely, at their bills.
All right, does seem like the moment of truth here. Volibear does look like he's going to want to get in the pit, but he has no way in. How do you get in if you're Volibear? You don't have your flash. Is the ultimate up? Almost got it there. The Morgana very close. The Vladimir might go down here as the Rumble ult's going to be layered. Vlad going to get a pick onto the Ashe on the backline. The Morgana going to be able to lock in with the ultimate. Rumble's still in the pit here. The Xayah going to be able to get a pick. So far, a 2, 3, or 2. Plus the Baron. Xayah still up, though, with the Diana. Do you think this is the game right now?
It's going to be very tough to hold this, right? Xayah being the one who lived is catastrophic, right? She's the one who's going to shred towers along with Diana here. And you have your support Morgana and a bear. And I don't know if you know a lot about bears. I know you don't know a lot about wind. But bear's not so good at protecting towers. Oh, whoa.
Oh, the kill! The American sniper gonna get a kill here. That might actually dissuade the game. I think this game is gonna go on even further.
Whoa, Morgana, American sniper Morgana. Never mind, bears protect towers very well when they have evil witch ladies with them.
What was that you said about my wind knowledge? I was right. Bear different.
This has nothing to do with wind.
Well, the winds of change are coming here.
Oh my god, kill me.
As the game does turn back, the inhibitor goes down here, double inhib down. The Baron's still on the map, but I was able to make a great win pun, so I'm still proud of myself.
Exactly, and one thing to note here is that is a big base. SOS does still have the Baron on some of its members, right? They're going to still be able to push, and there's 2 inhibs down. But if they don't press their... Oh, Ashe. Oh, a little dangerous there.
Oh,
Morgana!
Able to get it. Almost getting a pick here. The kill is going to be going down here on the W by the Xayah. The Morgana goes down. There was no binding there. That's why. There was no binding that came out yet. A little bit out of position here from Schnazzle Dazzle. But still, I think he can be healthy. Ashe is still on the map, has the heal. The Mordekaiser has the ultimate, but QSS currently on the Xayah and the Diana means that Mordekaiser can't really pull a critical person out of the fight. This
Xayah is so big. I mean, this Xayah is massive right now. That was like 3 autos on Morgana. I don't know that they definitely, well, I don't even want to say they can hold anything here. They're definitely going to get triple inhibbed.
I do want to say, we spoke about at the beginning of the game, Vladimir, Xayah, Thresh. The same 3 champions that we said we would probably have banned. They're all showing up on them right now. Great hooks coming out from Ghost of Mad Life. The Xayah, we've been speaking about the Xayah all game. Beautiful performance, and the Vladimir just so strong right now. So definitely making a statement here on the champions. But I think Lose Lane win game, definitely showing some picks that, I don't know if I want to see this Mordekaiser.
Morgana's seen this movie before.
Another pick off onto the Morgana. A nice bush cheese coming out from SOS. Are they doing it again?
They'll never suspect it 2 times.
Honestly, fool me once. Shame on what? You? Is that the phrase? I don't know it.
Fool me twice, like can't put the blame on you.
Yeah. Something like that.
Fool me 3 times.
Fool me 3 times, the guy probably doesn't know anything about wind. Volibear's going to be going in, though. Xayah going to be coming out here. Diana getting a beautiful pick on the backline. Zanya going to be coming out from the Rumble. The E going to be pulled back. Vladimir on the backline, taking out the Rumble.
Rumble wasn't able to ult early.
Beautiful fight here, going to be taken here on the side of Lose Lane. Diana going to be TPing in. The Morgana, the only one standing. Ashe is now back up. I think this might be the end here for Lose Lane win game. Ashe going to be actually able to take down the Diana. Vladimir's pretty low. They just stall out the game a few more seconds. Morgana is about to get picked off by the Vladimir. That's probably the game.
Well, unfortunately, they lost lane, but not winning the game today. GG's. SOS take this one. And I would say convincing fashion, right? A little bit of misstep towards the end there, but overall, pretty good game from them.
I would say that for the introduction to both of these teams in the AED Invitational, these are two teams I'm looking forward to their progression over the course of the tournament. They are both very talented squads.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, super impressed with both. Obviously, SOS came out and immediately had a plan. Their bot lane got their comfort picks. And, we asked in the pregame, what happened? How did they win this game? And they got their comfort pick spot. It was important for them to show up on those comfort picks, and they did. They showed why they probably should be banned.
I would say that Xayah Thresh is probably not going to be given to this team in later games.
Yeah, I would say so. But that is it for us for the night. Thank you everyone who joined for the stream. Another 2 games. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST, same place for another game. So follow if you want to. Tune in for that. And thanks, Pizza, for joining me for the cast. It was a ton of fun finally getting to cast with you. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. Thank you, Vega, for having me on the greatest Twitch channel ever to grace the earth. I'm sorry that my wind knowledge is not up to your standards. I'll bring more wind knowledge next time.
Go study wind, and then we'll come back, okay? Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.